Chapter 91 My Disciple is Torn Apart. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Teacher. It's me, your student Lin. I don't think I'm going to make it. I'm dying. My body's bleeding, my head's about to explode. I'm gonna burst. His face darkened, and he looked down at the letter with intense concern. The longer he stared, the more his anger grew, reading the last line, even as I'm dying, I still think of you, my teacher, Lin En. His hand holding the letter started to shake violently. What the hell was this letter? It was clearly a suicide note from his student. I'll fucking destroy you, Demon Association. Taiwan Novel Network. Star, boom. He roared and slammed his fist into the floor, sending sparks flying. The ground cracked instantly. He was panting, his eyes bloodshot. His sudden outburst startled the doll lady nearby. Bloodsaw, what in the world are you doing? He ignored her. Bloodsaw gritted his teeth, jumped up, and headed for the door. Madam, thank you for taking me in for the past few days, but I have to leave. If I get the chance, I'll repay your kindness. He was consumed by rage, but before he could reach the door, countless silk threads snared him. What's wrong with you? You're still injured. You'll get yourself killed if you go out like this. The doll lady narrowed her eyes and tugged the threads in her hand. There are hunters everywhere looking for you. I guarantee the moment you step outside my courtyard, the flesh puppets will tear you apart. Bloodsaw ripped at the threads binding him, his face contorted. I'd rather die fighting than sit here waiting for it. Demon Association. I'll make them pay in blood. He roared, and the threads snapped one by one. His rage was palpable. The doll lady frowned. Bloodsaw was usually so calm, but now he was completely out of control. The letter had clearly struck a nerve. She quickly used a thread to snatch the letter from the floor and read it, her brow furrowed. 10 seconds later, she raised her eyebrows. Your student was. Bloodsaw trembled, his jaw clenched, veins bulging, and a thick liquid weeping from his bloodshot eyes. It's my fault. I should have known it was a trap and sent him to safety. His eyes were bloodshot, and he was on the verge of a complete breakdown. He imagined his student writing the letter, covered in scars, limbs missing, bleeding out, head cracked open. He'd used every last ounce of strength to hold the pen and write to his useless teacher. He saw 2 dried tear stains on the letter. He must have been crying weakly, bleeding and crying at the same time. How awful. How helpless. The past 2 years flashed before his eyes, the days spent together, his sternness, his orders. But he'd always been like a father, and the bond between master and student couldn't be broken. Arg! Bloodsaw screamed at the top of his lungs. Demon Association. You killed my student today, but tomorrow I'll destroy you. Bloodsaw is your enemy for life. Bang, bang, bang. The remaining thread snapped. Seeing that he was about to lose it and charge out, the doll lady gritted her teeth and summoned even more threads to restrain him. Calm down. You can't solve anything by rushing out there now. And I think there's something fishy about this letter. Bloodsaw's tears streamed down his face as he roared, that's my student's handwriting. It can't be fake. You think I wouldn't recognize my idiot's writing? The doll lady was getting frustrated. Don't let the letter cloud your judgment. Have you ever heard of anyone on their deathbed being so expressive, putting all those little dots on every line? Silence fell. The doll lady sighed, took a deep breath, shook the letter and said, someone about to burst can write such a tearjerker. Use your brain. She stormed over and punched him in the head a few times, pointing at the letter. She snapped, look at the handwriting. It's neat and rounded, and every period is perfectly formed. Does that look like someone who's dying? He wrote this when he was feeling pretty good. Forget that for a second. Has anyone on their deathbed ever? She flipped the letter over and pointed to the emoticon degree drawn on it. She said angrily, he still had the energy to draw a miserable face for you. Bloodsaw stared, speechless. The doll lady took a deep breath, rubbed her forehead, and released the threads binding him. She slumped back in her chair. Idiot, you're as clueless as ever. Your brain's dead. I bet you're all muscle now. Bloodsaw stood up heavily, grabbed the letter, and said hesitantly, "You mean, my student is messing with me?" "He's actually okay," that the doll lady facepalmed. "It's not that he's fine. He's probably in trouble, but it's not as bad as the letter makes it out to be. If you don't believe me, check Vision. If Wandering Soul Alley is really gone, it will be all over Vision." That she tossed a vision stone to Bloodsaw. A few minutes later, Vision, .2 beams of light illuminated the vision square number 900, revealing Bloodsaw and the doll lady. Bloodsaw still looked unsure, while the doll lady crossed her arms, trying to stay calm. "This is the vision square for Wandering Soul Alley. Check the regional channel. If something big happened, someone will be talking about it." Bloodsaw said grimly, "Even so, I still think something happened to my student." Smack. The doll lady hit him on the back of the head. She sighed, rubbed her forehead, and said, "Just check it yourself, you moron." Bloodsaw reluctantly opened the regional channel of square number 900. The moment he saw the content, his face changed. Regional channel. Blood doll, help. Something terrible has happened. Everyone in Wandering Soul Alley, stay inside. There are scary creatures outside. Necromancer, what's with these creatures showing up every day? I'm moving out. Bell ringer, all residents of Wandering Soul Alley, close your doors and windows, and hide in your basements. Our fate is in the hands of the gods. At that moment, an urgent message appeared for everyone in the 900th square. Informer, warning. Root-level creatures have appeared near Wandering Soul Alley in Sin City. Evacuate immediately if possible. This is confirmed. Evacuate. Click to view, costs 100 skull coins. Chapter 92. It will be weird if you poke it in. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Bloodsaw's breath hitched. He didn't say a word, just accepted the area intel. Instantly, a hazy black fog filled his vision. As the picture sharpened, he saw the location, right outside his pharmacy. What is this? That he was stunned. In the picture, Bloodsaw Pharmacy was wrecked, clearly the scene of a recent battle. Then, a massive head, shrouded in black fog, loomed at the pharmacy's entrance, scarlet tentacles snaking into the store, like it was hunting for food. Lin En. He roared, heart twisting, worse than the Demon Association's goons. The horrifying image of Lin En, dying, being devoured by that monster, flashed through his mind. He could practically hear the crunch of bone and brain as the creature feasted. The puppet woman, equally shocked, murmured, This isn't good. I told you he was in trouble, but you just kept talking." Bloodsaw's muscles tensed, coiling like springs. Wordlessly, he shot off. A faint roar echoed behind him. "Hold on, kid. I'm coming to get your body. Wait." The puppet woman, anxious, immediately logged off. Meanwhile, in the attic of Bloodsaw Pharmacy, Lin En, still snoring, felt something soft and sticky poking his face. "Knock it off." Groping around, he found the revolver on the counter and blindly fired a shot in the direction of the prodding. Bang. Then, he rolled over, closed his eyes, and resumed his slumber. The tentacle froze. Ding. You shot Root Headhunter, Xiaoxiao. You gained 10 experience points. Ding. You got the achievement, Super Brave Self. You gained 100 basic experience points. Super Brave Self, special achievement, chance to acquire when foolishly attacking an opponent you can never defeat. You get permanent bonus, agility +5, intelligence -1, happiness +10. Buzz. Lin En's eyes snapped open, the sleepiness vanished, replaced by a jolt of adrenaline from the system notification. Xiaoxiao. He shot upright, eyes wide, and stared out the window. Outside, a giant baby head hovered, a bullet hole clean through its forehead, wisps of green smoke rising from the impact point. Lin En. Lin En's sanity -10. Lin En's sanity -10. A few minutes later, Lin En was out front of the pharmacy, balanced on a ladder, peering up at the head. He plucked out the flattened bullet, blew on it, and carefully stuck a large band-aid over the hole. Is this some kind of welcoming committee? It just got shot in the face. Xiaoxiao, Omega, used a tentacle to adjust one of her eyeballs and watched Lin En, wiping his brow. Lin En said. Let's just say it is. He scrambled down, tossed the ladder aside, and plastered on a welcoming grin. Xiaoxiao. I just wrote you a letter last night, and you're already here. I'm flattered, Xiaoxiao, Omega, said. I knew you were missing me, so I rushed right over, ding. Xiaoxiao's favorability towards you +1, Lin En was deeply touched, such an honor. What a lovely and considerate guest. Today was going to be epic. If those Demon Association stooges showed up, he'd kill them one by one, or a pair at a time. Look at my teeth, Xiaoxiao grinned, flashing a row of pearly whites, ding, the teeth reflected the sun and nearly blinded Lin En. Shiny, right? Lin En gave a thumbs up, completely straight-faced. They're in great shape. Just as shiny as ever. You take such good care of them. Yup, 3 days, no eating. Maintaining your teeth is good, but you still gotta eat something, you know. Heh. Tell you what, come to my backyard, I'll whip up some tasty treats for you, and then give you the full spa treatment. I guarantee you'll be extra shiny and charming, not just your teeth. How does that sound? Omega, okay. Meanwhile, behind a small hill dozens of kilometers from Wandering Soul Alley, half a massive head was hidden. Through a giant telescope held by its tentacles, the head was peering in the direction of the alley, and behind the hill, the one-horned Ghost King led hundreds of elite guards, standing guard, afraid to move, that's right. After Xiaoxiao left, they had secretly followed, it had been his idea, otherwise his big brother might have flown into a rage and destroyed their base camp. Brother? What's the situation? See the punk? The one-horned Ghost King demanded. The woman with the telescope tilted her head back, mouth twitching. He's cute, just a little, small. She barely finished speaking before, snap, the Titan's head smashed the telescope on the hill, eyes blazing, and swung its tentacles, obliterating the nearby landscape. What a joke, I'm gonna kill him. Such a small race. Learning how to drive a big car, I'll let you drive a big car. Beep. Calm down. Don't rush me, you'll ruin my daughter's fun, and it doesn't matter if he's younger, you were that big at the time. He finally managed to restrain the furious Titan's head. The Titan's head angrily grabbed the telescope and resumed spying, breathing heavily. Blocked. The broken house is in the way. I can't see. He took my daughter home, how dare he. He lashed his tentacles at the nearby hill. Don't get worked up. Just listen, we're not here to use force, you know, we're here to gather intel, you can't do anything rash. Eventually, the Titan's head calmed down, grinding his teeth. He grabbed the hearing aid specially made by the Horned Ghost tribe and listened to the sounds from that direction. Soon, they received the audio signal from the direction of Blood Saw Pharmacy in Wandering Soul Alley. Really, is that necessary? Xiaoxiao said with some doubt and resistance. Don't worry, since it's a full-service spa, every aspect must be considered. I'm your doctor, so you don't have to worry about anything bad happening. But there, it's very deep, if you stick it in all at once, it'll feel weird. Chapter 93 Affirmation from the Boss. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Don't worry, this won't hurt much. I'm pretty good at this. Last time was rough, wasn't it? Behind the mountain, Titan's head, its tentacles wrapped around the hearing aid, was already trembling. The one-horned Ghost King and the others, listening in through their own special setups, stared wide-eyed, holding their breath, speechless. Something's wrong. Something's definitely wrong. Search TWKAN on Google. How did things take such a weird turn? It's not actually what they're thinking, is it? No way. Then, a timid voice finally crackled through the signal again. Okay, let's start, if we have to. Alright. I'm ready to go, try to relax. Take a deep breath, everyone's got to start somewhere. Aha. Get ready. Then, a small shout suddenly cut through the air. The doctor lied. It hurts. It's going way too deep. Titan head. Female head. One-horned ghost king, Omega Omega. In a frenzy, the Titan's head smashed the hill next to it in two with one of its tentacles, the top of its head erupting in furious flames. I've been had. The Titan head was so enraged, it nearly lost control, it lifted hills into the sky. Don't hold me back. Let me kill him. That bastard tricked my daughter into doing something like that. I'll, beep, kill him. I'll, beep. The Titan head roared and charged forward. Behind him, the female headhunter, Van, desperately yanked him back with her tentacles. Misunderstanding. It's gotta be a misunderstanding. My daughter's like us, she doesn't have a body. The Titan's head slammed a tentacle into the ground and roared, not even in other places. I'll, beep. The one-horned ghost king and his crew, Winky Face, were on the verge of a mental breakdown, so intense. He's a true warrior, all right. Right then, every elite guard, including the one-horned ghost king, felt an overwhelming admiration for the human named Lin. A true warrior faces the harshness of life head-on. Only the strongest warriors dare to go to the root and remain standing. How tough must he be to lure someone in with a letter, then take them out back for some heavy-duty operations without so much as a by your leave. This guy is absolutely invincible. They trembled uncontrollably, straining to hear what came next. It's normal. Hey, are you feeling any pain? Am I good at this or what? Well, Omega, it doesn't hurt, even though it's weird, it doesn't hurt at all. That's great, let me take another peek. Hang on, something seems to be blocking things. Xiaoxiao, hold still while I get a better look. Hey, am I being a bother? Don't worry, I'll grab the light and get a closer look. It's too dark to see way in there. Okay. Listening to the signal, the one-horned ghost king and the others' faces remained locked in a permanent, Omega, expression, even collapsing on the ground after their shift. Too much. Way too much. They seem to be really enjoying themselves. So intense. I can't listen to this anymore. I can't. Otherwise, they feel like they're getting corrupted. This guy's invincible in every way. Now he finally understood why the elder brother had to kill that guy. This guy was playing way too much with his niece. In the pharmacy's backyard, Lin pried open the ear canal of the giant head and peered inside with a lamp. His curiosity piqued, he could see a ton of sticky foam, staining the earwax and oozing out. All clear. Lin picked up the wipe and gave Xiaoxiao a thumbs up with a smile. It was definitely clogged, but don't worry. With my special lubricant and foaming agent, a few pokes will do the trick. Xiaoxiao, Omega, said, aha, I'm sorry for the bother, ding. Xiaoxiao's trust in you +1, without hesitation, Lin picked up the brush and vigorously poked it into the ear, clearing out the built-up dirt from the deepest part of the canal. It didn't take long at all for Lin to clean all the gunk out of the ears. Lin smiled and said, feeling clearer now. Xiaoxiao listened to the distant sounds with surprise and said, I think I can hear, more than before. Doctor, you're amazing, ding. Xiaoxiao's favorability toward you is +10, ding. Xiaoxiao's trust in you +10, Lin gave a thumbs up, his teeth gleaming as he grinned. That's just the beginning. We need to take care of the other spots, too, so you can stay healthy. Aha. Back in the distant hills. Yeah, greater than over equal to less than over equal to. That's so itchy. Don't touch your upper and lower jaw casually. Oral care and cleaning. The cheeks are sticking out. You chirp, greater than over equal to 4 all less than over equal to. It got on my face, Momo or something. It's slippery. Lin worked hard to help her wash her face with soapy water. Does it have some kind of skin beautifying effect? Please be sure to spread it evenly. Apply homemade baby sunscreening. Behind the hill, a group of one-horned demons, Winky Face, guarded the equipment, listening to the increasingly bizarre and profound sounds coming from over there. The enraged Titan's head was held tightly in place by the female headhunter's tentacles. Its gagged mouth roared furiously, and its 2 eyeballs seemed ready to burst, burning with hysterical rage. Ho ho dash, that the titan head roared angrily. The female headhunter sluggishly covered half of her face with her tentacles and said, "My daughter is growing up." The one-horned ghost king next to him nodded unconsciously and murmured, "It actually took more than 2 hours." Right then, the admiration in his heart for the young man named Lin En was like a river overflowing, continuous, like the Mississippi flooding, totally out of control, for real. He couldn't think of any adjectives to describe how he felt. Just one brain can pull off so much. If he still had a body, that'd be awesome. Ding! The one-horned ghost king's admiration for you plus 50. Ding! The one-horned ghost king's admiration for you is plus 80. Ding! The one-horned ghost king's admiration for you plus 100. Ding! Congratulations on triggering the achievement, affirmation from the boss. You have gained basic experience plus 200. Affirmation from the boss, a special achievement that makes a king-level existence admire and appreciate you from the bottom of his heart. You have a chance to get permanent blessings, all attributes plus 10, charm plus 1. Lin En, who was helping Xiaoxiao wash her face with bubbles, was suddenly stunned and looked around in confusion, confused. Why another weird achievement? I didn't even do anything here. Maybe someone watched last night's video, or a certain boss approved of his critical potion. Sounds about right. After all, my potions are the only perfect potions produced by the system. Thinking of this, Lin felt even better. He became even more enthusiastic in helping Xiaoxiao with her skincare routine. Ding! Xiaoxiao's favorability towards you plus 1. Ding! Xiaoxiao's favorability towards you plus 1, but he didn't know that in the other direction of Wandering Soul Alley, a tall figure in a black robe slowly walked out of the black mist and appeared at the entrance of Wandering Soul Alley. He squinted his eyes, the mechanical structure on his cheeks pulsing with a strange luster. Behind him, 2 huge flesh and blood puppets slowly emerged, their huge pupils staring at Wandering Soul Alley without any flicker, and stopped behind him, at the same time. There were hunters one after another with human heads and spider bodies. A quick glance revealed that they were packed in tightly. "We're here." The mechanical demon narrowed his eyes. Chapter 94 Xiaoxiao. Are you hungry? You are listening at novelfull.audio. After yesterday's fight, he pulled a ton of troops from the Demon Association and hauled ass over here. That human kid popped into his head again, the one who confused his cutting-edge bioweapons into himself. Hope you didn't bolt. He narrowed his eyes, looking icy. Or this'll be way less fun. He already had a plan B. This time, grab as many of them alive as possible, then haul them back to the lab and slice them up to see what makes that human tick. Maybe with a sample, he can score a major breakthrough in cranking out more cutting-edge bioweapons for the Demon Association, and just to be safe, he even pulled rank and deployed 2 beefed-up Type 3 flesh puppets at once. Plus a swarm of predators. With that kind of muscle, even a king-level creature would think twice before tangling. This time, he was golden. A smirk crept across his face. You should be honored. I, the vice president, am personally handling you. Your death won't be in vain. Move out. Looking grim, he led the horde of hunters and flesh puppets into Wandering Soul Alley. Meanwhile, Lin En, happily wiping down Xiaoxiao with a towel in the backyard, suddenly got a system notification. Ding. You've triggered a special mission. Keep the body intact. Mission description. Try to stay alive. If you can't manage that, at least keep your body as intact as possible. Task reward, 5 black skull coins, basic experience, 3,000, special reward X1. Rewards for leaving a whole body, 50 black skull notes, titanium coffin X1, wreath X5, decent suit X1, buzz. Lin En froze, but he snapped out of it, his expression quickly smoothing over. The mission triggered. Just like he figured. After 2 failed hunts, the Demon Association finally decided to send in the big guns. And since the system's handing out missions, it means the heat's right on his tail. And this mission? Seriously? Have the standards for finishing tasks really dropped this low? His mind flashed a picture of himself decked out in a suit, holding flowers, chilling in a titanium coffin, while mourners tossed cash and wreaths. the whole shebang was already set. Lin gritted his teeth, face serious, but it's cool, good thing he sent that clever letter last night, inviting Xiaoxiao over. Sucks the teacher didn't make it back, but it's close enough. Xiaoxiao, you hungry? Lin En turned, giving Xiaoxiao, who was playing in the water, a serious look. Xiaoxiao, Omega, said, big meal? I haven't eaten in 3 days. Lin gave a thumbs up, grinning. Don't worry, the delivery's here. It's a feast of feasts. I promise you'll be stuffed this time. Wandering Soul Alley, outside the pharmacy, black mist billowed, and the machine demon, eyes like ice, stepped out of the fog. Behind him, 2 massive flesh puppets and countless hunters. Halt! He shot out a hand, stopping the army behind him, his eyes locked on the young man who appeared in the street, dressed in linen, arms crossed, a slight smile on his face. Lin stood there, quietly sizing them up. The mechanical demon's eyes narrowed, he knew that face. It was the punk who trashed one of his hunters last night. He didn't run. And he's just standing there all cocky. What the hell? Welcome, everyone. I've been expecting you. Lin leaned forward, giving the mechanical demon's army a gentlemanly bow, monocle glinting, pure evil vibes, and at the same time, up high, informant, latest scoop on Wandering Soul Alley. Warning. Danger level in Wandering Soul Alley is now critical. Besides the usual riffraff, a huge swarm of elite creature puppets have appeared in Wandering Soul Alley. The visitors are suspected of being the Demon Association's cutting-edge creations. Click to view, cost, 100 skull coins, tons of residents in the area, too scared to leave their homes, instantly clicked on the alert. Almost instantly, over 2,000 people had clicked through. The black fog cleared, and the 2 sides squared off just outside the Bloodsaw Pharmacy, right in front of all the viewers' eyes. Everyone went nuts. Demon Association. That's them. I recognize the markings. Those are the Demon Association's flesh and blood weapons. What's going on? Why did the Demon Association send so many bioweapons to Wandering Soul Alley? You forget. In the last 2 battles, some of the fighters were biological puppets from the Demon Association. Viewers were freaked by the massive crowd of predators, and then, their eyes zeroed in on Lin, standing there, smiling in the face of death. It's that kid. That's him. The Bloodsaw Pharmacy's dirtbag apprentice. What's he doing? Is he insane? This is suicide. You forget. He fought last night. The Demon Association is here for him. No way. He wants to take on the whole army by himself. What a joke. I don't know why, but he looks so damn cool standing there. Cool +1. The viewers were freaking out. Outside Wandering Soul Alley, behind the broken mountain, the Titan head, using tentacles, trained a telescope on the standoff on the streets of Wandering Soul Alley. The one-horned Ghost King watched from afar. Looks like the Demon Association's biological weapons. Seems like a lot, and seems to be giving that human kid some trouble. He was about to think, but he stopped. Wait, could it be that the human kid used Xiaoxiao to deal with the Demon Association's weapons? Could it be that the feast he mentioned was, without a word, he whipped out his binoculars and scanned Wandering Soul Alley for the little girl, and then, he spotted Xiaoxiao, lying in the pharmacy's backyard, staring at the hunters in the street with huge, curious eyes. He saw the smile on her face, and the, Omega, eyes that couldn't hold back, wanting to eat. Ba-lu, ba-lu, the sound of swallowing and licking lips. The one-horned Ghost King. I knew it. Chapter 95. I didn't hear clearly. What did you just say? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Wandering Soul Lane, the mechanical demon squinted at the young man, his eyes flickering. Something's off. Why does this guy seem so confident, not afraid at all? Does he think seeing our Demon Association's bioweapons gives him a chance? After yesterday's fight, I've got a handle on this kid's skills. Even with 2 top-tier bioweapons backing him up, he could maybe take out 1 or 2 hunters, tops. Taking on 100? Wishful thinking. So, you knew we were coming. The mechanical demon narrowed his eyes. Probing, Lin crossed his arms, cool as a cucumber. Of course. You lost a meat puppet and 3 hunters here. Unless your demon association's backing down, you'd definitely be back. The mechanical demon sneered. Brave talk. So, knowing we're coming, why aren't you running? Think you can actually beat us? Lin adjusted his monocle. Not really. The mechanical demon raised an eyebrow. Oh. I'm intrigued. No confidence, so what's the play? Warning. Crisis level 100%, warning. Crisis level 100%, A gentle breeze rustled Lin's hair through the black mist. He slowly looked up, adjusted his monocle, and then, with a hint of drama, said. Just here for the flex. The wind kicked up dust. The mechanical demon was momentarily speechless, his mouth hanging open. He honestly didn't know how to respond to that. It was like hitting some mental blind spot. This guy, he's not playing with a full deck. The shocked and chattering spectators suddenly fell silent. Lin's monocle glinted. See, my teacher once told me, if you hesitate in a guaranteed win, you're selling yourself short. If you're holding all the aces, why not come out and mess with them? Why waste a good hand? Why waste? His eye flashed. All the trouble your parents went through to bring you into this world, ding. Your Dark World Rep +1, ding. Your Dark World Rep +1. Ding. Your Dark World Rep +1. The viewers were stunned into silence. They couldn't explain it. This guy, is off his rocker. Seriously. You're telling me that's normal? Seriously, that's ballsy. How can he talk smack like that to a pack of wolves? Something ain't right, ding. Mechanical Demons Rage +10, ding. Mechanical Demons Rage +10, ding. Your posturing has successfully enraged the mechanical demon. You're mocking me. You nobody, acting all high and mighty in front of me. You've got some nerve. The mechanical demon gritted his teeth, face twisted in fury. Who does this punk think he is? He's the vice president of the Demon Association. A top-tier demon who's developed cutting-edge bioweapons. And this nobody is pulling this crap. Making them look like a bunch of dummies. He hates show-offs more than anything. Enough is enough. To hell with the Colossus parts. This guy's gotta die. Kill him, the mechanical demon roared, instantly issuing the order. The hunters behind him surged forward towards Lin at breakneck speed, the vertical pupils of the 2 massive flesh puppets locked on. Think your little axe gonna save you? Flesh Puppet Type 3, activate maximum carnage. Initiate war mode. I want him turned into paste, the mechanical demon roared. The 2 flesh puppets instantly morphed, countless arms writhing from their flesh with a screech. War mode activated, high priority command received, biological kill mode engaged. Target locked, Dragon's Breath arms online, focus pupil active, evil spirit corridor engaged. Initiating hunt. Buzz, the 2 monstrous flesh puppets accelerated to an insane speed, outpacing the charging hunters. Screaming arms erupted from their bodies, lashing out at Lin. Maximum force. Think posing will save your hide? My flesh puppet Type 3 is the ultimate war machine. Blood-clad evil spirit. King level. Bring it on, he roared, electricity crackling around him. Even a root level, who cares? His thunderous voice echoed through Wandering Soul Alley, boom, at a deafening crash. Just as he finished his shout, a colossal head plummeted from the sky, landing squarely on the flesh puppet that was about to reach Lin. Squelch. A torrent of rotting flesh and blood sprayed out from under the head. The flesh puppet's still blinking red eyeball rolled to the mechanical demon's feet. Ding. Xiaoxiao crushed a flesh puppet Type 3 to death, and you received a friendship reward, 200 basic experience. Silence. The mechanical demon stood frozen, mouth agape. The eyeball at his feet was still steaming. A root-level aura emanated from the massive head, blanketing the street, and the echo of his arrogant words still rang through Wandering Soul Alley. Even a root level, who cares? So what if I'm here? How? What? Lin rubbed his ears, tilting his head with mock curiosity. Sorry, I didn't catch that. What was that you were saying? Chapter 96. Come. Ride me. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Then, BAM. A massive, pale, drooling head filled the screen. Everyone watching the live stream screamed, jumping out of their seats. The camera shook wildly, whipping away at breakneck speed, desperate to escape. It's that root headhunter. That freaking root-level monster, Omega. Are you kidding me? No way. Did that thing come to Wandering Soul Alley not to kill, but because Lin En invited it? That's impossible. Taiwan Novel Network. Ding. Bell Ringers Fear of You +10. Ding. Night Scavengers Fear of You +10. Ding. Blood Servants Fear of You +10. Ding. Achievement unlocked, Spreading Fear. 200 basic experience points awarded. Spreading Fear, milestone achievement. Obtained when more than 1,000 creatures are afraid of you. You've taken another solid step towards becoming an unspeakable evil ghost. Permanent blessing, all attributes +5, monster fear +1, happiness +10. Lin En listened to the system notifications, dazed. Xiaoxiao licked his lips with his long tongue, practically vibrating with excitement. Is this, takeout? So much meat. I can't even. Don't worry, Xiaoxiao. Nobody's gonna steal your food. It's all yours. Lin En reached out and stroked the head's face. The mechanical demon stared, stiff and trembling, mouth agape at the monstrous head looming over the human. His head was swimming. Root level. How is this possible? That he stumbled backward, shaking uncontrollably. This can't be happening. Ding. Mechanical Demons Fear of You +10. Ding. Mechanical Demons Fear of You +10. Lin En casually bent down and picked up the two fleshy puppet eyeballs from the ground, rolling them between his fingers. He looked directly at the mechanical demon. You guys called for backup, so I figured I should too. You really think I'd stand here, out in the open, without being prepared? He adjusted his monocle. I said I had 2 kings and 3 jokers, and you still didn't run. You're dissing me, ding. Congratulations. Achievement unlocked, riding on someone else's coattails. 200 basic experience points awarded. Riding on someone else's coattails, special achievement. Chance to earn when you successfully intimidate a stronger target by leveraging the power of a powerful ally. Permanent bonus, intelligence +3, popularity +5, Lin En. The mechanical demon shook, backing away. His eyes darted between the monstrous headhunter and the crushed, twitching remains of the flesh puppet. The urgent warnings from the remaining flesh puppet blared in his ears. Target analysis. Root level. Highest level alert. Cannot compete. Cannot devour. Battle success analysis. 0%. Devour success analysis. 0%. Immediate retreat advised. Escape immediately. Finally, the mechanical demon snapped. He roared, whirled around, and screamed. Run! With a speed he never knew he possessed, the mechanical demon turned tail and bolted back the way he'd come. Lin En grinned. Xiaoxiao. It's showtime. Eat as much as you want. If you're still hungry, I'll take you to their nest for dessert. Xiaoxiao chirped happily. Okay. Instantly, Xiaoxiao opened his maw wide, and countless tentacles lashed out at the fleeing hunters like a tidal wave, snatching them up like chicken nuggets. He started chowing down. So good. Besides the meaty taste there's also a metallic crunch. Amazing. Xiaoxiao was ecstatic. Ding. Xiaoxiao ate a hunter. Favorability +1. Ding. Xiaoxiao ate a hunter. Favorability +1. The entire Wandering Soul Alley descended into foodie paradise. The remaining hunters screamed and scrambled after the mechanical demon, while a few particularly dim hunters bravely charged forward, hacking at Xiaoxiao's nose with their blades, only to shatter the steel. Crack. Crack. Xiaoxiao happily, T to the power of T, scooped them up and ate them. It was like being pampered by his favorite doctor, he had to eat them all, no waste allowed. Seriously, he was so happy. Before this, only Uncle Unicorn had ever treated Xiaoxiao this way. Back in the stream, the viewers, Omega, watched the sudden turn of events in stunned silence. Called it. That root headhunter was summoned by Lin En. I'm actually seeing a root-level monster eating live. This is the best. It's like eating popcorn. I can't. Wait a minute, remember how a while back, 3 headhunters ate a bunch of creatures in our area, but left Wandering Soul Alley alone? Could it be? Could it be because of that apprentice? The residents of Wandering Soul Alley froze, the realization dawning, that was it, it all clicked, no wonder. No wonder. If it weren't for that kid Lin En in Wandering Soul Alley, they'd probably already be. The next moment, their eyes were glued to the screen, shocked all over again. On the screen, the massive root headhunter suddenly extended a tentacle, gently wrapped it around Lin En's waist, lifted him onto his head, and then, started bouncing after the tasty treats trying to get away. Holy crap, Omega. No way. That origin headhunter actually offered him a ride. What's their relationship? It's gotta be more than just an acquaintance. He's done it. He's the first human in history to dare ride on a root monster's head. Origin Night. This horrifying sight sent shivers down everyone's spines, it defied all logic. It was like a world-famous Lolita queen showing up in their backwater town and saying to the dorky kid next door, "Hop on, that a mind-blowing scenario guaranteed to break your perception of reality." Chapter 97 Requesting Support. Requesting Support. You are listening at novelfull.audio. P.S. Crank up Deja Vu while you read this. Wandering Soul Alley, ding. You've unlocked the epic achievement, Root Rider. You gain 1000 basic experience. Root Rider, epic, super realistic achievement, earned when a root-level monster voluntarily lets you ride it and holds you in high esteem. Description, an epic achievement nearly impossible to snag early on. Its difficulty rivals the epic, Root Buddy, and, Root Tamer, second only to the insane challenge of, Root Knight, and, Root Baby. Remember our website, TaiwanNovelNetwork. Ding. Congratulations. You've received the permanent epic bonus, 50% speed increase when riding a root-level monster, plus 10 endurance, plus 50% accuracy, plus 10 charisma. Like a bat out of hell, the system notifications kept popping up in Lin En's head. Lin En gripped Xiaoxiao's fur tightly, trying not to fall, and yelled. This achievement is insane. System, you're laying it on thick, that this is just a normal friendship, how could it be a root rider? They're cool with me riding on them. Xiaoxiao. Go that way. More people running over there. You eat, I'll cover you. Lin En shouted. He instantly pulled out his revolver, flicked off the safety, and aimed at a hunter in the distance. Click. He squeezed the trigger, bang, ding. You hit a hunter. Gun proficiency +1. The hunter froze, jolted by the holy energy of the demon-hunting bullet, and then Xiaoxiao snatched him up with her tongue, crunch, crunch, crispy, tasty, and still kicking. Xiaoxiao was having a blast. Xiaoxiao. Over there. Bang, ding. You hit a hunter. Gun proficiency +1. Crunch, ding. Xiaoxiao happily ate a hunter. Your favor with her +10. Bang, gun proficiency +1, bang, gun proficiency +1. This terrifying hunt sent tremors through all the creatures in Wandering Soul Alley. Hunters scattered in a panic, gunshots echoing behind them. Then, a giant head, Omega, carrying a human kid who was blasting away with a pistol, burst from the black fog. They stared in shock as it sailed over their heads. Shrimp goes glug glug, Iwo blows up a battalion of special forces. Biffo dash, squeak 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 dash, Lin En gritted his teeth, firing his gun, clinging to Xiaoxiao's fur as they sped off like greased lightning, fast and furious. Lightning. So fast. So fast. What the heck just brushed my face and flew by? A creature watched in stunned disbelief as they disappeared into the distance, and why is there such weird music playing? Bang bang bang, with Lin En's accurate covering fire, hunters became snacks for Xiaoxiao. 51. 52. 54. Xiaoxiao. Are you full yet? Lin En yelled, firing. Nope, Xiaoxiao licked her lips and leaped into the air. Then let's go after the big fish. Lin En yelled, shooting at the sky. Okay, Xiaoxiao said, boom, the huge head crashed back to earth, sparks flying as they charged after the fleeing mechanical demon. No way. This can't be happening. The mechanical demon tugged his hood down in fear, booking it. He glanced at the hundreds of hunters linked to him through his cybernetic eye, less than half remained, and it's only been 10 minutes. Origin level. Their entire association doesn't have a single origin level, how could I run into one out here? The wind whistled past his terrified gums, his hands waving frantically. Ding. The mechanical demon's fear of you plus 10. Ding. The mechanical demon's fear of you plus 10. Without a word, he reached up and jabbed at the mechanical implant on his left cheek. Establishing contact with the association, standby, signal delay. Contact with the association established. A raspy voice crackled from the device. Report, Lord Mechanical Demon. This is Association Unit 5, at your service. The mechanical demon screamed into the comm in terror, hurry. No delays. Locate my position and activate the void jump device. Immediately. He didn't even finish saying get me out of here, bang, a bullet exploded right behind him. The epic achievement and the mechanical demon's lack of awareness allowed the bullet to instantly shred part of his head, obliterating the mechanical structure on his right side. Oh, crap, he yelled in horror, too late. A long tentacle followed the bullet and slammed into him like a club. He screamed as his body went flying, the remaining mechanical implant on the left side of his face shattering from the force. They're coming. They're right behind me. He whipped around in horror, seeing the human kid riding a root-level monster, spraying bullets. He spun back, throwing himself into a frantic run. Hello. Hello. He pounded on the mechanical implant on the left, only to realize with a sinking feeling that the force of the impact had ripped the communication device clean off. I'm done for, he roared through clenched teeth. Few hundred yards back, Lin En, bouncing up and down on Xiaoxiao, Dan, pistol blazing, heard the sound in his ear. Hello. Lord Mechanical Demon. What's happening? We've pinpointed your location and activated the jump device. Sir. Report. What's the situation? Lin En spun around, his gaze locked on a mechanical device with a blue light flying out into the air. What's this? Lin En instantly conjured tentacles and snatched the device with a crash. Ding. You've obtained the Type 325 Maging communication device, minor damage. Lin En was taken aback. He heard the urgent voice coming from the device. He pressed it to his ear, listening intently. He quickly pieced together the situation, and a warm smile spread across his face. Turns out, this mechanical demon was trying to escape using some kind of long-range jump. But now that it's in my hands, Lin En rapidly used Flesh Catastrophe to morph his vocal cords, mimicking the mechanical demon's voice, and shouted into the communicator. Requesting backup. Backup. I need a large number of troops to encircle and suppress the target. I repeat, locate my coordinates. I need army support. At that very moment, the mechanical demon heard the voice behind him, whirled around, and saw Lin En yelling into his communicator, Mechanical Demon, Omega Omega O, sweet mother of pearl. Not enough takeout. Bring on the hordes. Chapter 98. The first battle is the final battle. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Yeah. This is Mechanical Demon Central. We've locked in your location. Command executing in 5. Jumping your hunter-killer squad to your position. The communicator crackled to life with a quick reply, followed by the sounds of rapid operations. They heard it too, the Mechanical Demon's VP was in deep, deep trouble. Area 41, unlock all hunters, now. This is an emergency. Jump device activated. Get your butts to the designated location, ASAP. Inside Demon HQ, black-robed figures in tricorn hats barked orders, their eyes like chips of ice. With a whoosh and a hiss, the viscous liquid drained from the containers in Area 41. The sealed hunters woke up. The order hit them instantly, their eyes flashing a rapid red. Within minutes, a dense pack of hunters had assembled. Hunter-killer squad assembled, void jump device online, target coordinates confirmed. Dispatch authorization, maximum priority, authorization caller, Mechanical Demon. Dispatching. Buzz. A cold, synthetic voice echoed through the factory as the massive machinery groaned to life. In the next instant, a blinding blue light engulfed all the assembled hunters, their bodies shimmered, becoming almost transparent. Void jump initiated, emergency jump in progress. Engage. In a flash, all the hunters vanished from Area 41. Meanwhile, out in the wasteland beyond Wandering Soul Lane, Lin lowered his communicator and grinned at the fleeing mechanical demon in the distance. Every mechanical joint on the demon's body vibrated with fear. That dude, he's not even human anymore. Stay away. Stay away. That wasn't me talking to you, he screamed, but it was too late. He felt the spatial vibrations around him, a familiar sensation. It was the long-range teleportation tech they developed using the Void Warp Beast, and then it happened. Whoosh, 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 blinding blue lights rained down from the sky, landing all around him in a terrifying display, and from those halos, fully armed hunters emerged, surrounding him with a metallic clang, their red eyes locked onto the mechanical demon. Hunter-killer squad from Area 41 assembled. As per your command, deployed for immediate support. Ready to follow your orders. The mechanical demon howled, losing it. You're walking into a trap. It's a trap. Run, get out of here. Rest assured, Vice President. The hunters from Area 41 are top of the line, superior intelligence, enhanced killing power. We have no record of failure. The hunter squad leader unsheathed his razor-sharp mantis blades with a snap, slicing the air. His face was grim. Our objective, speed. More speed. Maximum speed. Rapid engagement, swift elimination, deep strike behind enemy lines. We fear nothing. The first battle is the only battle. Snap. A tentacle lashed out from nowhere, turning him into instant pulp. Bite. Xiaoxiao killed a hunter modified. You received a friendship reward, 50 experience. Mechanical Demon, _ hunters, Sigma, degree. Run. What are you standing around for? You morons. The mechanical demon roared and spun around, sprinting away like a scalded cat. The modified hunters around him snapped to attention, seeing the root knight with its wildly flailing tentacles charging their way. Hunters. Bite. Hunter modified fear of you +10. Bite. Hunter modified fear of you +10. In an instant, the teleported hunters blazed past the mechanical demon at an impossible speed, scattering like the wind, faster than he could ever hope to run. Mechanical demon. What the hell? These guys are totally useless. They're faster than him. He was beyond furious. Get back here. Get back here and protect me. He howled, but the moment the words left his mouth, a massive shadow fell over him from above. He craned his neck and watched in horror as the giant root knight head, with the human boy riding on top, sailed through the air above him. Then, with a heavy thud, it drifted to a halt in front of him. The tentacles swirling under the head formed an S-curve, throwing sparks as it slid to a stop facing the fleeing hunters. The mechanical demon, Omega, covered his head and screamed, "We're over here. Send backup, mechanical demon sanity -10. Mechanical demon sanity -10. The root knight was acting like a shrimp catcher, Iwo bombed the Special Forces Camp Taxi and killed Bibifo, bang bang bang, bite. You shot a Hunter-Slayer variant, firearm mastery +1, bite. Xiaoxiao devoured a Hunter modified, friendship +1, you received a friendship reward, 50 basic experience, bite. Xiaoxiao devoured a Hunter modified, friendship +1, happiness +10, it was like a tiger loose in a sheep pen. Lin, riding Xiaoxiao and firing at random, mowed down the fleeing hunters below. It was like a tiger tank rolling into a parade of infantry, and he was the machine gunner, unleashing hell on the troops below. 7 o'clock. 2 predators. Snacks, swish, crunch. 12 o'clock, 3 predators total, Xiaoxiao. Full speed ahead, crush them. Whoosh, 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 bite. Xiaoxiao killed a predator. Bite. Xiaoxiao killed a predator. Bite. Xiaoxiao killed a predator. Unstoppable. On the feeds, viewers watched in stunned silence, following the scene of the one-sided slaughter. This was a total beatdown. Because it wasn't even a fight anymore. It was like a max-level boss returning to the newbie zone, like putting Tyson in a ring full of toddlers. A complete and utter curb stomp. They'd never seen anything like it. That guy wasn't even human. Chapter 99, Thank you, Master Xiemo, for your support. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiaoxiao, you fool. Omega, halfway there, more coming. Today, I'm seriously hungry. Of course. Eat up. If you need more, I'll yell. Lin put on a serious face, then grabbed the communicator. Switching to his mechanical demon voice, Lin roared into it. Backup. I need backup, stat. You think I'm dying too fast? This little trickle is a joke. Now. Now. I want reinforcements deployed, pronto. You hear me? Next time you send a squad this size, I'm ripping off your heads and using them as freaking toilets. Everyone on the other end of the line was stunned, they were sweating bullets, their hands were shaking. Yes, Lord Mechanical Demon. We're sending more troops immediately. Please, calm down. That they knew their vice president's personality all too well. He was a brutal psycho. If you pissed him off, he'd send you to the grinder without a second thought. Full mobilization order for the entire district. Mechanical Demon VP is in a bind, requesting immediate reinforcements. Activate the mechbug swarm, activate the sweeper bots, activate the biopuppet horde. Void jump device online, assembly, teleporting. Outside Wandering Soul Alley, the fleeing mechanical demon felt a massive void distortion around him. He instantly knew what was up. Again. He was losing it. Don't send them. Don't send them. Save them for later. The mechanical demon clutched his head, a broken man, screaming at the blue portals materializing all around, but it was no use. In moments, colossal portals ripped open the fabric of space, a swarm of mech bugs and sweeper bots poured out, but the second they appeared, the little, Omega, carrying Lin swooped in, unleashing a torrent of tentacles. Mech bug swarm. Sweeper bots. Xiaoxiao. Let's bounce. Lin yelled, firing at the newly arrived troops. Roger that. Then, to the shock of thousands of onlookers, Xiaoxiao charged into the troops' surge like a tiger through a chicken coop. Bite. Xiaoxiao eliminated 10 mech bugs. Bite. Xiaoxiao devoured 6 scavengers. Bite. Xiaoxiao ingested 10 biopuppets. Back at the Demon Association's comm station, the liaison officers grinned at the communicator. VP. How's that? We followed your orders and sent a big wave. It's the bottom of the barrel. Lin En, still shooting mech bugs, grabbed the communicator, his voice dripping with praise. Outstanding. You guys are killing it. Best backup ever. I won't forget this. When I get back, you're getting a serious bonus. The liaison officers were ecstatic. they pictured the mechanical demon's satisfied grin, their own meteoric rise, their futures blindingly bright. Praise from the mechanical demon was the ultimate validation. Yes, sir. Serving you is our duty, our honor. Our loyalty is absolute. That they were practically vibrating with excitement. Without a word, the liaison officer started contacting the other major districts. Urgent order. Urgent order from the VP. He needs more backup, stat. All available personnel, report to the void jump zone immediately. Get to the jump zone. That the urgent call echoed throughout the association, and troops scrambled to respond. Within the Demon Association, aside from the president, who was always holed up in the core, the vice president, Lord Mechanical Demon, held absolute authority, especially with the president off on some self-transformation journey. The VP called all the shots. That kind of power wasn't just handed out. Lord Mechanical Demon. We've deployed another wave of reinforcements. Need sustained support. That the liaison officers gushed into the communicator. Lin En put on his best voice, praising loudly. Fantastic. You've got what it takes. You're my confidants. Order. All of you, promoted 3 ranks. When I get back, I might even give you medals. The liaison officers lost it. They immediately dropped to their knees in front of the comm device, bowing and scraping. Thank you, Lord Mechanical Demon. We live to serve. We are forever in your debt. Tears streamed down their faces. Ding. Achievement unlocked. Pro-level BS artist. 200 basic experience points awarded. Pro-level BS artist. Special achievement, unlocked when promising the impossible to the enemy, creating gratitude and subservience. Permanent bonus. Intelligence +5. Monster basic favorability +1. Lin En continued the praise, pinching his throat and addressing the communicator. Medals can wait till I get back. But stay sharp. The enemy I'm facing is a real piece of work, tricky as hell. Remember, this is crunch time. They might try to hack our comms, feed you false intel. You have to be able to spot the fakes, got it? The liaison officers replied immediately, practically shouting, "Don't worry, sir. We've been doing this for decades, and we haven't screwed it up yet. Stay frosty, can't afford to mess this up." Yes, sir. Meanwhile, the mechanical demon, caught in the swarm, had completely lost his mind. Stop sending them. Stop sending them. This is a trap. A trap. If I find out who's sending these troops, I'll tear them apart. That he screamed until his voice cracked. He grabbed a mech bug and yelled at it. Quick. Report the real situation to the base. Tell them they've been tricked. The distress call wasn't me. Some jerk stole my communicator. That wasn't me. Chapter 100. I have never seen such a shameless person. You are listening at novelfull.audio. For a while, the Demon Association's comm center was buzzing with alerts. Then, bam, the line was open. Without a second thought, the mechanical demon grabbed the headset and started yelling, his voice a ragged snarl. Hey! Hey! Which one of you is the goddamn officer in charge? Get your ass over here. Someone's impersonating me. The orders you're getting are fake. I'm telling you again, don't send anyone. Inside the comm center, the operators listened to the voice of the vice president coming through. They exchanged glances, then, grins spread across their faces. Nice try. The mechanical demon was right on the money. No sooner did he warn us about signal hijacking, than it happened. Huh, one of the operators said, dripping with sarcasm. Not bad. You almost nailed our VP's voice. Must have taken some work. Pretending to be the VP. Ha! You just made it too easy to catch you. That the mechanical demon nearly lost it. What the hell? Listen up. I am your vice president. I'm the mechanical demon. That he roared. My ID number is 035-2372. Get your supervisor down here now. That the operators snickered. One picked up his own mic. Oh, so you even swiped the ID code? And you think you get to talk to our supervisor? Ha ha ha, are you kidding me? Like we'd just let anyone waltz in here and demand to see them? Forget talking to him. Stealing a mech bug and trying to impersonate the VP. This guy's IQ must be scraping the bottom of the barrel. Hand him over. I just downloaded a compilation of insults from every race in the database. Let's see where I can use M. And then, a torrent of creative and extremely rude insults directed at the mechanical demon's parents, ancestors, and private parts flooded the comm line. The "your mom" jokes were off the charts. On average, he'd insult his mom 3 times and his dad twice every 5 sentences, always with the short jokes. The mechanical demon was shaking all over. What the? What? Did you think saying, "oh," was gonna change the fact that you're a short, weak loser? Did you think barking was gonna make us like you more than dogs? You. What the hell are you? Have you even looked in a mirror? You gotta work to be that ugly. What did your parents do to deserve you? Did they even cry at your birth? There are a lot of ugly people in the underworld. Are you trying to lower the bar for the whole damn world? What the? Do you have any shame? You're so hideous, and you still come out here and try to lie to people. I've never seen anyone so shameless. Aerg, the mechanical demon roared, finally cracking, and spewed a mouthful of blood. Blood sprayed 5 feet. The human had completely broken him, and his own subordinates had been roasting him for over 10 minutes. No matter how tough he was, he couldn't take it. Clutching his chest, he shoved the mech bug aside, pointed a trembling finger at Lin En in the distance, and stammered, You and I are not done. Coughed out another mouthful of blood. Sparks flew and thick black smoke poured from the mechanical demon's mechanical body. His eyes rolled back, blood bubbled from his mouth, sparks shot out everywhere, and he died. Ding. You triggered a special achievement, conquer the enemy without fighting, and you gain 200 basic experience. Conquering the enemy without fighting, special achievement, obtained by using special means to make the mastermind of the enemy camp explode and become comatose. You gain permanent bonuses, all attributes +5, intelligence +5, happiness +10. And in the distance, the Titan's head, who had been watching through a telescope, was surprisingly not furious. The tentacles on the back of his head swayed, indicating he was in a good mood. The female head happily held the telescope, licked her lips, and said, "My daughter really found a good boyfriend. Call my daughter over, treat her to tons of food, it's really heartwarming. What do you think, old man? Favorability +1. Favorability +1. The Titan's head opened his huge, slimy mouth menacingly and said, "Sugar-coated bullets, colorful intestines, abducting my daughter with a meal, not a chance." But even saying that, his tone was significantly better than before. The one-horned Ghost King, however, wasn't convinced. The one-horned Ghost King said, "But I still think that kid's real goal is just to get his niece to deal with the Demon Association. I think he's using her as a weapon, after all, compared to his 2 eldest siblings who were always caught up in chaos, he was more aware of the twisted games people played." Nope. The female head licked her lips, watching the endless stream of food being delivered with her telescope. "That's food, not a threat, and it looks really delicious." The Titan head, rarely, didn't argue, and continued to observe through the telescope. The one-horned demon king was speechless. No, that's right, he forgot, to beings at their level, this wasn't a threat. At most, it was some disobedient food that could be eaten at will. In their world, this was probably just a boy inviting his daughter back, with a bunch of piglets rushing to bring him food. He started sweating. Meanwhile, at the Demon Association, in the core area of the deepest part of the inverted tower, inside a huge underground container, a powerful consciousness slowly awakened. The massive mobilization of mechanical creatures within the association had finally caught its attention. "What's going on?" A gloomy voice rumbled from the underground container. "Why is there such a large troop mobilization? Has a void jump been authorized? Who gave the order?" The moment he woke up, his consciousness swept the entire inverted tower, and he saw the large-scale mechanical movements within the inverted tower. In the core area, next to the huge container, dozens of servants responsible for its upkeep immediately knelt on one knee and said, reporting to the president, the order came from Vice President, the mechanical demon. He encountered a threat on his trip that required a large number of troops to fight together. He sent an emergency request not long ago, requesting immediate military support. That is why we have this large-scale mobilization.